Hey, konnichiwa, minasan. It's Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse over in Japan. How are you doing? You good? Are you Genki? Well, it's that time of the month again. It's time for the monthly sales figures. Yeah, right, as if we can rely on these. Now, I want to make this clear. These are the sales figures for May 2024, okay? And let's just get an idea of how small this sample is. These are the figures from ICV2 posted on June 4th. Now, it says here, there are only 125 stores that use the Comic Hub point of sale system that these sales figures are taken from. And they're from different countries around the world. It doesn't list how many countries, doesn't list which countries, doesn't list the percentage of like shops in America or the UK or whatever. So it's a tiny, tiny fraction of a look at what's selling, but it's the only thing we've got these days. They're the closest thing to an idea of what shops are actually selling. What I usually do is I'll watch a couple of comic book stores' YouTube channels, and they talk about the new releases, and they'll occasionally say like, "Oh, this is selling well this month," or "Recently that's a consistent seller," whatever. But I've no idea. You know what I mean? I'm in Japan, middle of nowhere, no comic shops anywhere near me. So just to point that out, yeah, this is very limited in what is selling. Straight in at number 1 is the Doom issue 1. It was a one-off special. That was a $6.99 with gorgeous art, by the way, and actually a pretty good story. Second place, Ultimate Spider-Man issue 5. I got a bit of flack for saying I found it a bit boring because it focused on Harry Osborn's backstory, but hey, what are you going to do? World building, right?
How dare you!
In number 3, we have Amazing Spider-Man issue 49, the Blood Hunt tie-in. Then at number 4, Transformers issue 8 from Image Comics. So good to see the Energon universe still selling well. Ultimate X-Men issue 3 is quite a surprise at number 5, so still selling very well according to these charts. I'm enjoying it, but to be honest, it's kind of fallen off a little bit. It was a very slow, well, what's the word? Not a lot is happening, and it's a quick read, if that makes sense, but I do like Peach Momoko's art. Number 6, Amazing Spider-Man issue 50. Don't forget, they're releasing 2 a month. And this was a $9.99 comic, which I thought was a complete rip-off. Batman issue 147 from DC Comics comes in at number 7. Thank God they're in the top 10. Helverine issue 1 comes in at 8. That's from Marvel. And Wolverine 49 comes in at 9. Then we have, surprisingly and kind of unbelievably, who's buying this? Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider issue 1, straight in at number 10.
Balls!
In 11th place we have Blood Hunt, Red Band issue 2, that's the mature version, an extra $1 for that. At 12, Fall of the House of X issue 5, less said about that the better. In 13th we have DC Comics, the second one by them, it's Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, 7 of 7, the concluding part.
Sayonara, sucker!
14 is Blood Hunt issue 2, which we just had in 11th, but it's the normal version, the, less mature version, is that the right word? And number 15, Ultimate Black Panther issue 4, so still selling well. Number 16 is Deadpool issue 2, and 17th, Venom Separation Anxiety issue 1. In 18th, we have another Image Comics and another Energon Universe entry, Cobra Commander issue 5 of 5, the concluding part. And in 19th place, Avengers issue 14. I'm not reading it, but at least it's a $3.99 from Marvel. Pretty rare these days. And 20th position, X-Men Forever issue 3. As I said before, I'm not reading any of the X-Men titles, so I don't know which are good, which aren't, but all I know is there are way too many of them. Okay, now the next section I'm going to focus on DC Comics. This is for DC fans who want to know whereabouts the comics are. I'm doing Control and Find, just going to skip to each one. So, as I said before, in 7th it was Batman 147. In 13th, Justice League vs Godzilla vs Kong, 7 of 7. Next we have in 22nd place Action Comics issue 1065, House of Brainiac tie-in. Then in 34 we have Superman issue 14, again House of Brainiac. 36, it's Wonder Woman issue 9, Tom King, killing, what's the right word? Not killing it, but killing the title there. In 46th place, Nightwing, issue 114. I thought that was doing better. And in 50th position, Batman Superman World's Finest. That should be a lot higher. That's probably one of the most entertaining comics from DC being put out at the moment. What do you think? In 56th, we have The Boy Wonder, issue 1 of 5 by Junie Barr. The strange black label. It's not a black label title, but I did enjoy that first issue very much. Close to that, in 58th, The Batman First Night, issue 3 of 3, the concluding part. Another black label book, but that one actually is a black label book. Next, in 61, we have Green Lantern, issue 11. 64, Poison Ivy, 22. Now, I do hear that consistently sells well, but it's down in 64th. Batman and Robin, issue 9, in at 65. And then we jump to 71, Titans, issue 11. 77th, it's Birds of Prey, issue 9. Bird of Prey. Is that Fatboy Slim? Then in 85th, and this is a surprise to me, it must be to do with the release date, but Detective Comics 1085 was in 85th position. Again, this must be down to the release, it's just missed the sales or something. Or it's been out for a week before the sales started, you know, that kind of thing. Next we have John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America. Dead to me now, mate. Si Spurrier has just killed that character, killed that title, in at 100, so not doing very well. But I tell you what, it's doing better than his Flash run.
You want to see something really scary?
102 is Catwoman 65. Then 113, we've got Batman Dark Age 3 of 6. Closely followed by Shazam issue 11 in 114th position. We've got a few together here. We've got in 116, Alan Scott Green Lantern, the 6th issue, the concluding part. Closely followed by The Flash by Si Spurrier. Green Arrow's behind that in 118 and 119, Power Girl, issue 9. So there we go. There's quite a few close together there. Below that we have the DC Pride 2024 issue 1 one-shot special, $9.99 for that. Then Red Hood, The Hill. No idea if anyone's reading that. I'm not. Issue 4 of 6 is at 127th. Suicide Squad Dream Team 3 of 4 is in at 131. And then we jump to the Green Lantern War Journal issue 9. Not doing very well, unfortunately, at 139th position. Then we get the Superman House of Brainiac special. That's in at 143. Closely followed by Batman Dylan Dog issue 3 of 3 in at 145. Now, I did recommend that. I think that's a really good story. Tom King's The Penguin issue 10 only makes 148th. Then we have Outsiders issue 7 in at 151. Closely followed by Suicide Squad Kill Arkham Asylum issue 4 of 5 and Kneel Before Zod in at 153. That's issue 5, by the way. Just a few more. Any more? Let's have a look. We go down to, just below that again, Harley Quinn issue 40. My goodness, is that even selling? I can't believe it.
Buzz off.
And Batman the Brave and the Bold, all the way down in 170th. Maybe the $8 price tag isn't helping with that. Blue Beetle issue 9 in at 174. And Batman and the Scooby-Doo Mysteries issue 5 in at 176. Then we jump all the way down to 191. Crisis on Infinite Earths, the Facsimile Edition, 2 of 12. Closely followed by the Nightwing Annual 2024 in at 192. And the final DC Comics entry is Detective Comics 1084. That's in at 197th. So again, the Detective Comics must be to do with the release dates. They're not catching the sales somehow. I don't know how that works because it's only coming out monthly. So, it still should be getting good sales, but what that suggests is that most of the sales are coming within the first couple of days, and maybe it's coming out, just a few days over that, so 6 or 7 days after they start the count, could be. If it comes out right at the end of the month, that's probably what happens. Okay, that's the DC Comics Top 200 sales. And there we have it. I do hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for watching this far. I really appreciate it. Do let me know in the comments what you think, and particularly, what have you been buying? If you go to American comic book stores or UK comic book stores, wherever, let me know what's selling. Have a word with the people who work there. Try and get an idea of DC and Marvel, the top selling titles, apart from the obvious ones that we hear about the most, like, as I say, Energon Universe doing so well these days. Conan's supposed to be doing very well. And as far as I know, the Ghost Machine have got off to a good start. But again, we just cannot get reliable figures. So as always, thank you so much for watching. This has been Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse, signing off for the afternoon here. Matane.